Hi, I'm Bassem Mazda. I'm 41 years old. I have diagnosed with dyspraxia, ADHD, and Asperger's traits. When I received my diagnosis of Asperger's traits in February 2004, non-standard diagnosis, 10 minutes out of Psychiatrists. In May 2012, I received a diagnosis of dyspraxia. The first report was Nancy Doyle. She's on BBC Employable Me. She has her own company, Genius Within, in Oxford. In August 2012, I received a diagnosis of ADHD from Dr. Kareem Raj in Birmingham. I'll tell you the scenario. There's ample evidence dyspraxia, ADHD causing problems. When I was 9 years old, this assessment showed evidence of dyspraxia, ADHD, Asperger's traits. When I do a postgraduate study, I also see an educational psychologist from the GP says you don't need it. And when I was 4 years, I was in my records that they said I was an educational psychologist because my behaviour and abilities were causing problems. They said my ability, my IQ is above average, and my decided timetables at the age of 5. A Pakistani psychiatrist told me to see a speech therapist. I saw a speech therapist in 2002. She said I got dyspraxia, and then I looked at dyspraxia, I was just being clumsy. Someone told me on Asperger's traits here, Asperger's syndrome. I tried to get a diagnosis. One GP said it's too expensive. Another GP found a loophole, resulting which was closed in 2005. I had the diagnosis of 10-minute chat with a psychiatrist. No compassion, cold-hearted, no questionnaires, no scanning of the record, no ask my mother. No post-diagnostic support, no related to dyspraxia, ADHD. Doesn't show anything practical, you say. I mean, that's the Asperger's traits, you know. The only source available for Asperger's syndrome without dyspraxia, ADHD. I learned about dyspraxia in late 2008. Raised up dyspraxia thanks to fantastic Mary Colley and her Danda, which is almost defunct now. We have a pub group here. And then I received my diagnosis in May 2012. I have a high IQ. My social organization below average coordination, social processing speed average, and all the problems such as there's sensory processing, and then there's overlap between Asperger's such as repetition, routine, obsession, change, obsession. Okay, I realized how to focus mind, and this comes empathy, assertiveness, making decisions. So I tried to get learning. The GP was weak. The learning disability team, and they didn't communicate very well. They had to communicate. I also see a psychiatrist in the mental hospital to examine other neurodiverse conditions, but it's about problems of depression here. And I couldn't get the waiting list in my area is 2 years for an NHS ADHD assessment, and probably longer because of COVID. 3 years in Hampshire, longer because of COVID. Totally is 5 years. It is a postcode lottery in some place, so I went privately. I had to go through many psychiatrists, 15 plus here. To get the diagnosis, I finally picked Dr. Kareem Raj through. The main reason getting rejected was having diagnosis dyspraxia and or Asperger's traits. Dr. Raj says I have Asperger's tendencies. My problem is in the first assessment, my problems are ADHD. He said my problems, I take medication, Concerta. It's caused to achieve far below my potential. Reasons are being well behaved in school, intelligent and driven. My Middle Eastern background makes it worse, harder. My family didn't support me, the system failed me, the school failed me. We have to make a better place in neurodiverse conditions. I want to do books. I have skills, data analysis, web development, programming, the mass tutoring, telemarketing, market research. I'm going to write a few books in the future to help tell my story, make it a better place. I passed the driving test 10 attempts in a manual car, and drive locally. And I have a degree from Birmingham University, Master of Computer Science, postgraduate qualification at Actuarial Science at University of London, and professional qualification. ADHD is causing problems. I couldn't make decisions, show empathy. And anyway, look forward to hearing from me. Thanks. Goodbye.